Hey guys, it's Piyush here from MBA 99+ Academy. Welcome to yet another lecture on CAT 2024 Crash Course series. And today we are going to look at a rather simpler topic, which is averages. However, the questions asked from averages in particular and more so from arithmetic in general, it seems like CAT is moving towards lengthier questions which require a bit of analysis rather than just asking simple formulaic question from arithmetic. Okay, having kept that in mind, let's move towards the concept and the questions. Now, concept wise, there is nothing much to talk about in averages. It's just the sum of observations by the number of observations. However, there is one concept that I want you to know. Sort of, it's not even a concept, it's just an observation. So let us say that the mean of a number is m. That's the mean, that is the average. And I represent this mean over a line. This is the line, this is the average line or the m. Now what I'm essentially saying is, if there are number of observations which are greater than mean and there are certain observations which are lesser than mean, now it can be easily observed that the lowest marks or observation which is more than mean, let's call this A, will be greater than or equal to mean. It can lie on the mean itself or it will be above the mean. Similarly, the mean will be greater than or equal to the highest marks among the scores or the observations which are below this. Okay, now we will use this concept in a question, then it will be more sort of helpful for you to relate to this concept. It just seems a bit abstract as of now. So let's solve this question. The question says that the average score in an examination of 10 students of a class is 60. So there are 10 students, their average is 60, so the total is 60 multiplied by 10, which is 600. Remember, first principle, whenever you read a statement, you take out all the information that you can and put it in mathematical expressions. If the score of the top 5 students are not considered, okay, so these are the top 5, then these are the bottom 5. This is just a demarcation, not a student, okay, are not considered, the average score of the remaining students fall by 5. So the bottom 5 students is equal to, the sum of scores of the bottom 5 students is equal to 55. Why 55? 60 minus 5, okay, 60 minus 5 multiplied by 5, which is 275. So the sum of a score of bottom 5 students is 275. Now, it says that none of the students failed, pass marks is 40, maximum is 100 if each of the top 5 scorers had distinct integral scores. So let's say the top 5 students are A, B, C, D, E, and then there are bottom 5 students whose sum of marks is 275. Now, maximum marks is 100, so I can't just go on and assign the pass marks 40. So let's say I just can't go ahead and assign 40 marks to it. Why? Because the other students' marks will be 39 or less and their sum total will not be equal to 275. So I have to figure out first what is the marks that E scored. Okay, now to understand that, you need to apply the concept that I just taught. Okay, this one, that the mean is greater than the highest marks of the numbers below it and it is lesser than the marks which is or the observations which are above it. So the bottom 5 students had a total of 275 marks. Now the bottom 5 students, let's say the B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, and B5 being the minimum. So their mean was 55 as we discussed. Okay, here's the mean 55. So there will be certain number of observations will be greater than 55, some will be less than 55. I want that this observation is as low as possible. So I mean that this number, this and this all are 55. Why? Because that way it will minimize B1 or the highest score among the bottom 5. So that will minimize B1, that will be the mean itself, and I will make it equal to the mean and the highest and the lowest marks among the top 5, which is E. I will make it equal to the mean as well. So E will also be 55 and each of the below numbers will also be 55. And now I can increase the marks by one, just one, 55, 56, 57, 58. Now why did I, first of all, if there can be a query that why did I make this two equal? Because it is just written that the top 5 scores are different. There's nothing said about the bottom 5, so it can be equal. So what else? we just need to find A. We know that the sum total of top 5 is 600 minus 275, which is 325, and the sum of these 4 scores is 8, 7, 15, 21, 26 to 226. So 325 minus 226, which is 99. This was a difficult question. I would have let it gone in the examination itself. Now, mind you, it was a question from arithmetic, a chapter which is, sort of pronounced as one of the chapters which you must solve every question from. It's not that easy, particularly in an examination scenario. There is a lot going on here. So that's why it is important that you cover each and every topic from quants as well. All right, moving on to the next question. In a class of 5 students, okay, A, B, C, D, E, let's say these are the name of students. The average weight of 4 lightest students, so A plus B plus C plus D is 40. So 40 multiplied by 4, which is 160. I'm considering it's in the increasing order. And the average weight of 4 heaviest students, that is B plus C plus D plus E, is 45. So 45 multiplied by 4, which is 180. Now, what is the difference between maximum and minimum possible average weight? So average weight will be A plus B plus C plus D plus E divided by 5. Now, what could be the minimum value? I'm talking minimum and then I will talk maximum. So again, the same concept we'll use. A plus B plus C plus D plus E, that divided by 5. We want to calculate the minimum value. For the minimum value, since this is in increasing order, I want E to be minimum. Okay, so for E to be minimum, now again consider this: B, C, D and E are in increasing order. B, C, D, E, there will be certain average. For E to be minimum, I want everything to be equal to the average. Okay, so for minimum value, it will just be 45. E will be 45, and we know A plus B plus C plus D already. So that will be 160 plus 45 divided by 5, which will be 205 by 5, which is 41. For maximum value, I want A to be maximum. We already know B plus C plus D plus E. So that means we have to find A plus 180 by 5. Now again, consider this equation. There's A, B, C, D. There's the mean score, which was 40. For A to be, A is the minimum. So here's A, here's B, here's C, here's D. So for A to be maximum, I want this to be equal to average. If A is equal to average, all the numbers become equal to average. So this becomes 40, 180, 40, 220 divided by 5. The maximum becomes 44. What's the difference? 44 minus 41, 3 kgs. Hope this helps. This is a very, very important concept to note. And a lot of questions can be made, a lot of good questions can be made from this. And mind you, this can be sort of a starting point for a logical reasoning puzzle as well. Okay, so I hope you learned something important from this video. If you did, consider liking the video, consider subscribing the channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon as well. I'll be seeing you in the next class very, very soon. Oh, okay, and don't forget to register for the free cash course. I put the link below.